Wow, this guy is so popular that he appears randomly. Oh look, Ava Max. In this guy's feed, dude. It's right there. Dude. Oh, it's a new video. Oh, you should watch it, dude. Asmongold. Why is it TV, dude? Fuck that. Makes no fucking sense. You know, I was just watching my broken Hearthstone cards. And I have to fucking deal with... this guy is on everywhere now. And I just started watching him. And now he's in my video too. And you'll start watching him. Oh no. Wait. I love not getting rejected, dude. You just say you're so sexy. Would you like to have sex with me? Wow. I'm so not rejected by the internet, dude. I just typed someday, dude, and she's like, No, dude. AI is fucking crazy, dude. It's cool, I swear. He watches other people's content. He's not ripping anyone off. Because that's kinda how it works these days. Okay, you're good if you're doing good things. Stealing things is totally fine as long as it's a good result in the end. I get to see a video that doesn't suck at all, and it adds a reaction. As long as the channel is full of interesting things, I don't care where it comes from, okay? Or who made it. I really don't care. Just like Cyrex is not a channel that is making music, is just reposting things in nightcore mode. The only problem with watching these videos is I have nothing to play. Literally. Hearthstone fucking sucks. Alright? Even though it's the best game ever, but it sucks. I can't play it. I can't actually enjoy it. You cannot play decks that you find fun to play. You have to net deck, basically. You can't create one anymore. It's just crazy. That's like half of the gameplay gone completely, so what else do I do? What else do I play? It's just nothing. There's nothing. I can't do Skyrim. It's boring now. There's a really good market for a grindy game, dude. It might just be my opportunity to play Borderlands again and grind it. Because I just need level 24, dude. He gets officially thanked for watching this dude's video on stream. That's pretty cool. Almost anything I type into this fucking AI box, man. It's funny, dude. Twitch attacked my dragons and I lost. I'm sorry to hear that. Do you want me to help find some new ones? Yes. I don't even care about World of Warcraft, but I'm watching it anyways. So again, this guy picks up the most interesting content on the internet pretty much and gets to react to it. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just his channel is oriented towards WoW and other MMOs, which is not something I'm interested in. So that's the downside pretty much. But it's still pretty... It does exactly what I'm doing pretty much. Except I don't react to content. I react to entire channels and what they're up to on YouTube. 600. How good is 600 for Asmongold? 95th place. He is 200 away from the leaderboard. It's fun to see that Hearthstone is in the same level of streaming as Minecraft. You know, Minecraft was the best game for a long time for me. So seeing them face to face like that, pretty cool. Hearthstone finally will defeat Minecraft eventually, hopefully. There's one thing in particular that drawn me to Asmongold in the first place, and that is Diablo Immortal. And I reviewed this game already. What do we get? We get better score than Asmon currently has. Asmon actually has 800. I think he will easily beat Diablo at this point. I don't think I will play Diablo 2 just to get the score higher or anything. Keep in mind, Diablo is still a game. First of all, right, a game. But it's also a thing on my list, on my leaderboard. Meaning that you don't really have to make a good game to get on the leaderboard, apparently. Well, the point is, people want to play this game for a long time and play PvP specifically, which is not something I'm interested in at all. I was interested in the base game, something you introduced in. I didn't even thought it was PvP, and it was so important that, oh my god, you have to pay money for it to win. I wasn't obsessed about that part at all. For some reason people are. And it's like, why would you grind then, right? Only to do PvP, but still. I just wanted a good game, and I didn't got that, but I got something playable. Something resembling Diablo, and I was satisfied to some degree. It was an average gaming experience. That's what it was. It wasn't bad. It was just kind of worse than expectations, and that's all there is, honestly, is people's expectations being destroyed in a way. But it's a fucking phone game. That's what you're gonna get. I'm surprised you can play it on PC in the first place. I'm surprised it's, free at all. That's why I picked it up. It was free. It was a free Diablo game. I'm not capable of playing Diablo 3 because I cannot pirate it. Can you believe that? And that's what makes it a bad game. I can't even play it. So as bad as Diablo Immortal is, it still left a mark on the leaderboard. It's a big concern, like any game can do it at this point, right? Not really. I think I have to spend 8 hours at minimum to get there. Can you get 8 hours of game? It's not that easy to make a game, okay? But there are plenty of games. We'll see, right? Maybe all the leaderboard is gonna be made out of is just a bunch of games. So this is a very interesting piece of development here. There are some games that I wouldn't even touch, because I think they're so stupid. Like Fall Guys, for example. I don't know, why would anyone play this? It seems like so simple that there is no depth to it. There's no actual immersion into the game. What are you gonna do in there? Just jump a bunch? Try to avoid obstacles? Try to survive longer than other people? Just for the record, currently we have 9 games on the leaderboard, which is just a fraction of people versus games, pretty much. A fraction of the leaderboard is nothing. But I'm sure I will find more games. I'm sure. And people will compete against that too. I'm sure that's gonna happen as well. It's interesting. Oh, it's interesting. He is checking popularity of every single game. Except you cannot see every single game all at once. There is a YouTube video he watched that did that exact thing. So I'm not exactly sure what he's gonna find out about it doing these searches of Google Analytics, I suppose. Google Trends. Except that Diablo Immortal got really popular. Wow, what a big shocker, dude. All your favorite games are dead. Sure. I don't have any favorite games, actually. Besides Skyrim and Hearthstone. Pretty relevant at the moment, but it's just my opinion. That's what I like to play. I'm not a multiplayer player, okay? I like to have fun on my own, because I hate losing pretty much. You guarantee to lose if you play against other players. I would probably play more MMORPGs, but I just don't care at the moment. You can't lose MMORPG, can you? Unless you're strictly PvPing or something. So I can play it. I wouldn't have a big deal about it. It's just I'm not drawn to it. Cannot even get it to work, dude. Is that why it's 1 hour long? Because I watched half of it. It's like, okay, what else are you gonna show me? But it's literally every game, dude. Every popular game. I has the realization that this guy puts at least 2 videos a day. More than that, for sure. More. Fucking 6 videos a day. You can't watch that much. Oh my god. The realization that I'm just scratching the surface, basically. I haven't even scrolled this much. Alright? I didn't. Whoa. Amber Heard. Oh my. Oh. But I guess that's what you have to do to break me and my system. And make me watch the entire day. That. You would think, oh, it's gonna be 300 easy, but it's not easy. Okay? It's not that easy. I have to watch the entire day plus more, and plus extra. Okay? Super duper, basically. If I don't do that, oh my god, I sat through the entire night. I'm in the morning right now. 7 in the morning, dude. And I still haven't reached 300. But we reached a decent amount of points otherwise. And Asmon is at 42nd place, which is pretty crazy. maybe he will become the most popular thing I've ever came across, basically. Or the most powerful thing, right? On my list. Because technically we're just getting started. We're just scratching the surface, and his content seems pretty interesting. But there's a catch, right? Diablo Immortal did this whole fucking thing, basically. And it deserves a link. And what a link does, it gives a percentage of points to that thing. From something to something. So, I'll give Diablo 3%, basically. It's not much, but it's 35 points. So, yeah. Whatever Asmon did, it covered Diablo a lot. Probably deserves more than 3%, but that's fine. I mean, he did what he had to do. He had to beat Diablo at this point, right? And I think I can end the day, but I'm not ending the video just yet. I don't think there's much to explore here, honestly, but maybe I'll find something more. I'm just not interested. Alright, this must be the high score, right? Of heat level. 290. Almost 300. So that's as close as we're gonna get. He is technically almost a beast. Wow. In fact, Mr. Beast himself has less points at this point. Crazy. That's the craziest part. Like, how does that even happen? How does Mr. Beast score? Well, here's what happened, okay? I didn't start with 0. But I didn't start with 0 with Beast either. I don't know, dude. I have no clue. Now here's where things get a little bit controversial, because I don't agree with this guy. I don't think flat Earth is something worth ignoring, but obviously you just don't know enough, right? You don't have the fucking logic to understand the most basic truth, pretty much, that I figured out. It takes fucking brain power, for fuck's sake. It's not as easy as it seems. You can't just look over things, take the most popular opinion and run with it, pretty much, and just figure out why it's true, basically. Figure out why most popular opinion is true on something. And that's your entire homework, basically. Figure out why a lie is a true, just because people believe in it. No one really dares to believe otherwise unless they're trolling, pretty much, right? The thing that offends me the most is not flat Earth. He just flies around and he ignores it. But he talked about climate change. And the reason why he thinks is true, and the fact that he doesn't seem to care about the most important argument of all. That there's no actual change happening. Where is actual climate change? What are you fucking talking about? I can't observe that with my entire life. It's like, you can win the lottery, but I've never observed that fucking shit happening to people. Okay? You can lose the lottery way more. It's fucking observable, so fucking easy. But then you still fucking believe. And he gives all these fucking weird reasons. It's like, well, you smoke a cigarette, you can feel from a fucking entire room gets fucking filled with the cigarette smokes and shit. If the city is polluted with a bunch of cars and shit, then you see the difference. But, so it's definitely easy to pollute the earth. Super easy, right? With CO2, right? Are you sure? Stuff that you breathe out? Are you fucking sure? Just because, you know, there's living creatures breathing out CO2? Oh, there are CO2 emissions, right? We have created a being that spits out CO2. Oh, that's different. That's different than breathing. That's just burning, dude. Burning. I, I just don't know, man. Science is a bunch of bullshit. I have been convinced of that. With Flat Earth itself. That's why I bring it up. If you cannot convince people of something, for sure, 100%, why would you even bother? Why would science even bother say there's climate change if we haven't observed that yet? As human beings, how can we possibly tell the truth then? Well, we can. There wasn't any change. So we are not worried about anything, and we cannot possibly be worried about anything unless we're stupid. Alright? Unless we're retarded. Because nothing happened. So, we cannot be fearful of consequences that did not happen. We have not learned our lesson. Right? Yes, if you kill a person, you cannot undo it, but we're talking about a degree of change that's supposed to be happening, and we should have been observing that over time, and we didn't. So I'm watching a person that I disagree with, and I know that he has more problems than that. I'm pretty sure that Diablo Immortal is just a fun little game. You play for a few hours and you leave it alone because it tells weird things afterwards. It tells that you can only proceed this game if you pay. You can only win if you pay. Well, that's weird. You don't talk to a person like that. We definitely don't hate a person like that just gave you content, and especially if he gave you content, to fucking hate on it, right? That makes Diablo Immortal just a very good game if it created such a media effect of just being another mobile game. Another stupid, greedy mobile game that they have no idea how to do free-to-play model without, being super greedy. Everyone's fucking greedy. Is the only question is like, what can you get away with it? What can you get away with? And when the game is free to play, you can get away with a lot. Alright? That's why on both sides, both free-to-players get away with a lot, and developers get away with a lot. I think both sides supposed to be happy in that case. And I would love to have a better game, for sure. But I'm happy. Alright? It made it on the leaderboard. That means it's important. Right? I have been lost myself for a few hours, and I found it to be entertaining. I definitely know it could be a better game, but this was a average game experience. It wasn't bad, you know. It was a stupid grind, which most games are. And some people decide to grind for money? For what? To feel good? You can buy better things, right? It's just like people being stupid at this point, and it's laughable. That's I think what's the news basically about Diablo Immortal. The news that people are stupid. But I think we shouldn't be you know, interested in people being stupid. We're trying to help people, right? It's just that's the most baffling thing. The most interesting part about it all. Oh, there are people who would spend money on this game. That's stupid. Yeah, sure. And they win. Guess what? Because they make developers happier. You know, they can develop a fucking free game and get paid for it. That's crazy, right? It's a free game, though. I don't care how predatory you are. If you, unless you put an actual paywall somewhere where it really matters, then it makes no sense. Then the game is not free to play whatsoever, right? But it's a little bit free to play, and it's free to talk about it too. You're free to talk about the fucking game as much as you want. That's pretty cool, right? That is also a part of the game, baby. And if you had fun talking about it, you still have to acknowledge that too. Bear in mind, this is a person that still plays WoW after such a long time. He's so attached, right? So he wants to play games really hard, really long time, and still enjoy it. It's crazy to me. But I still play Hearthstone, so I can relate. I'm attached to a game, and I want it to be good, and it's probably not gonna be good. I think Hearthstone has been going a steady dose of power creep, where only select things are powerful, and you can only play that. You cannot create your own deck and play that. It's not gonna work, basically. Power creep means that, in this case, that only select cards are useful, select combinations of cards. And if you're not playing those, then you're just having a foolish strategy, basically. It's the most annoying thing when combinations of cards are being printed out specifically, because then you're forced to play it. Like Curse Warlock, got a bunch of cards in it. It's a pretty good deck now. And it's the weirdest thing, right? Like, why aren't quests being pushed out a little bit harder? They're not playable, pretty much. Pretty much no classes playing a quest anymore. That was a fun mechanic. Why isn't that pushed anymore? Warlock is the only thing that plays quest. Also, Warlock sucks ass. But I fucking hate the class, because it clears my board. It's the stupidest thing ever, dude. Wait, what? There's a quest hunter with 60% win rate. You fucking kidding me, dude. That's what makes Hearthstone great. You're just so unpredictable. So weird. How did you do that? how do you run this card? Unironically. Both explosive traps. Just what? Ice trap too. Why? What's the point of ice trap? It's kind of crazy, dude. And 60% win rate. I don't understand. As if you build a perfect deck, right? Where the only card that doesn't perform is... Oh, it's Renathal! Oh, that makes difference. That's a whole nother thing that we're talking about then. Okay, he figured out how to build a 40 card deck. Okay. That's a whole nother level, dude. And he doesn't run 2 mark shots? Are you sure about that? Your spells are poisonous this turn. I think you're on this card, yeah. Yeah, dude. Freezing trap. Okay. I guess this card is good because it draws you cards, right? That's what you want. Then you play this card that draws you cards. Of course. This game can surprise the shit out of you, dude. And this Prince Renathal was the greatest card ever printed. Probably ever. So I was worried, like, can you play this deck at all and win with it? And you can. That's the crazy part. So I will probably play it more someday. I want to just copy this thing. Although it's expensive with Tavish. I probably just skip Tavish. It's fucking whatever. It's not even the highest win rate card anyways. I'm surprised Shell Shot is so low. But you just don't care about clearing the board, I assume. You're just not interested in that at all. Spring the Trap is pretty good when you have so many traps. Yeah. This deck just surprises me, dude. And the most surprising card is Kodobane, dude. Highest win rate card. It just draws you cards. Crazy. But, yeah. Multicaster in there. Okay. What a different... Oh, Fire, Arcane. Okay, there are. Frost. Wow, you do that, I guess. Nature, too? So you need Shell Shot. It's a different type of spell. The way you play around Cursed Warlock is have a lot more health. Okay, that's cool. I can do that. See, as smart as you are, it doesn't matter, dude. The Hearthstone is gonna surprise you. Even at that point. I thought no one is gonna play this deck. Like, ever. But it's happening. So I assume the only good win rate is with Renathal. Right? Yep. That's the one. Well, that's crazy, dude. I guess there is one downside. These are the longest games of the entire class. Choices, pretty much, that you have. 9 minutes. It's not a big difference. But Face Hunter is 5 minutes. Cool. But it doesn't matter. Well, it does matter if you want to climb. But it's the win rate that matters more, obviously. Anyways, I'm done talking. I just want to see if there's just more content that I can watch and give this guy a good score in the end. I want to quote this guy. He says, "I think the future is held by smaller developers." And that's probably true. That's why I'm excited to look for games, basically. Smaller games that don't do any predatory tactics to, you know, cash in and ruin the gameplay experience pretty much. The smaller developers actually want to make a good game. And in my journey, I will find out if there are such game developers that actually made it. It's really hard though. I really doubt I'm gonna find anything substantial. Diablo 2 Resurrected. I expected something fancier than just 3D models and some reskin of the UI. I don't think anything has changed besides that. As if the game was that good that you don't actually have to remaster it. Because that's not a remaster if you don't change anything besides graphics. And to be honest, graphics are not that different. Even though you make it 3D, they look, well, nostalgic, let's put it that way. How much people pay for this shit? Yeah, that is a lot, to be honest, for an old game. The most funny part is that Asmongold did not play Diablo 2 ever, so it's completely new experience for him. To me, it's just so mind-blowing. There's no innovation after like so many years. I can't even count the fucking years anymore. And there's no innovation that they wanted to put in the game. They just, oh, the game is fine because it's nostalgic, so we're gonna release it exactly the same way. Jesus Christ, dude. So I just play Diablo 3 if I want innovation, right? Is that how it goes? Because here you just get slightly better graphics. What's the point? What was the point, dude? You're just re-releasing the game and getting more money, basically. Now that's fucking greed right there. Even though this guy is enjoying the game. Fucking stupid, dude. There's still the mechanic where you miss attacks. Are you serious? You can't even attack multiple monsters in one swing. So missing attacks is like super uncool, dude. Because you're targeting just one monster and you can barely hit it. Like, oh my god, this game just sucks, dude. The chat is like, dexterity is too low. Fuck that, dude. It should do something else. Alright, you can maybe get blocked, perhaps. That would be a nice thing. Right, instead of missing the damage, you get blocked. That would make sense. Then dexterity would make sense. But completely missing the damage, it's a little bit too much. Obviously, because you don't get the damage output, pretty much you don't see the damage pop up. You don't get to see whether you miss or not, so... not miss, get blocked. Because that's the only thing that makes sense. How do you miss? With a fucking axe, dude. Two-handed axe. No, it makes no sense, dude. And again, blocking shouldn't completely negate all the damage, right? But again, that's kind of the lame part about this game, dude. There's no like power attacks. You have skills, but like it's garbage. If they did Diablo Immortal gameplay, sort of as a Diablo 2 style, it would have been pretty cool, but I don't like just mowing down mobs as well. It feels kind of weird, where you don't care about mobs too much, where it's too easy. So I don't know what the solution is. The only thing I know is that I enjoy Skyrim, okay? That's the only thing I know. And it would be nice to just play it again and enjoy it again. But I'm not gonna do that. Because I got the experience. It's over. I'm just waiting for people to catch up, basically. And figure shit out. But that's the most disappointing part. Is like, well, they just release a game with no innovation. There's no progress whatsoever. Nobody learned anything. Basically. Just that nostalgia is very important to people. Is that what we learned? So stupid. That was a weird fight. He just takes knock back. Like no other enemy does that. And he cannot hit. It's fucking weird. It's interesting he leveled up to level 60 on Diablo Immortal, but he only leveled up to like level 10 on Diablo 2 Remastered, Resurrected. Interesting. Just saying. Which is the better game? I don't know. The storytelling is amazing, dude. Is he playing World of Warcraft right now? Is he? Is he too confused? He's just telling a story of how he puked by eating a pizza. Cool. I think we're approaching the end. It's really cool. He's highlighting a lot of great opinions, well-edited videos, all that shit. And he's also full of good opinions himself, so his videos are transformative as well. It's the best channel I've found, honestly. Is there anything possibly in his way that's better than him right now? Maybe MadPat, but like seriously. Fool Us, John Oliver. I'm looking at males here, specifically. Not really, dude. Not really. He's the best YouTuber, technically. Well, John Oliver is a little better. Yeah, it makes sense. So he's just beaten by one dude. And barely. Fucking barely. He has way more content. Not really. There's a lot of content that I wouldn't watch. It's based around MMOs and shit. I don't care. I'm not gonna play those. Very likely. But who knows? Maybe I'll change my mind. Maybe I'll play Final Fantasy thingy. Who knows? Until something crazy happens, I probably will not watch his content. Probably will not subscribe. I don't think it's worthwhile. Even though I've said all these good things about him. But, you know, I look forward to see him again sometime. 'Cause that's definitely gonna happen. I hope it's gonna be worthwhile to come back. And he's gonna be number one day. Number one YouTuber. Beat that John Oliver thingy. Easy, right? That's all you have to do. You just have to do the right thing. And you're the best. You gotta do exactly what I'm looking for. Exactly what I'm doing. And I'm gonna be interested 100%. And again, it just shows how much internet has to offer, how much content you can make out of the internet itself, and how good that content can actually be. It's crazy. So that was my whole adventure. See you guys next time.